Shalom, family. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you. From Yahuwah, that is our Father, and Yahusha. He is the Messiah, the one that carries the burden of Yah, his voice, our high priest, soon coming King. Hear, O Yeshua, Yahuwah, who is our mighty one. He is one. There is no other mighty one in existence than Yahuwah, and Yahusha is his voice. This is Brother Daud coming to you again to bring you Daud and Shaba. This is part 3. Proverbs 31:3. Give not your strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings. Who's speaking? The Queen Mother. Who is she speaking to? Her son. Ladies, this is what you teach your son. What is the way that destroys kings? Committing adultery with another man's wife. My mother asked me a question. She said, "Son, why do these older men marry these little young girls that are basically children?" And I said to her, according to the biblical text, they marry these young women who are virgins so that they do not commit adultery with another man's wife. The way to be sure is if the safety seal is still intact. Let's begin. 17. Where did we leave off? Daud was lying on the ground, petitioning the Alayam on behalf of the child. And the elders of his house arose and went to him to raise him up from the earth. But he wouldn't get up, neither did he eat bread with them. 18. And it came to pass on the 7th day, on the Shaba, the child died. If you noticed, he does not spare the children. This is not a joke. My people perish for lack of knowledge. And if you refuse knowledge, he will also refuse you. You're not a priest to him, seeing that you have forgotten the laws of Yahuwah. I will also forget your children. That's a promise from he who is seated upon the throne. And the servants of Daud feared to tell him that the child was dead. Why? Daud was gangster. He chopped down Goliath. He killed many of the enemies of Yahuwah with the sword. Saul has slain his thousands. Daud, his tens of thousands. The women celebrated him. Why? He's gangster. They know that there is security in real men, not these wimps that you see today. For they said, "Behold, while the child was yet alive, we spoke to him. He wouldn't listen to us. He wouldn't even hear our voice. How will he then be vexed if we tell him that the child is dead?" 19. But when Daud saw that his servants whispered, Daud perceived that the child was dead. Therefore Daud said unto them, "Is the child dead?" Trembling, They said, "He is dead." 20. And Daud arose from the earth. Check it out, men. This is what you are to do. When you have faced judgment, and you have come through it, and you have a second chance. Daud arose from the earth. He washed himself, anointed himself with oil, changed his clothes, came into the house of Yahuwah, and worshipped. O powerful are you, O great and mighty Yahuwah. Your judgments are true and just. They are good, and your mercy endureth forever. Then he came to his own house, and when he required, they set bread before him, and he did eat. 21. And the servants were bewildered. They said unto him, "What thing is this that you have done? You did fast and weep for the child while it was alive. But when the child was dead, you did rise and eat bread. Usually, you would go into mourning. Not so for Daud. He rose from the earth, he worshipped, he ate, and he cried no more." 22. This is what Daud said unto them. While the child was yet alive, I fasted and wept, for I said, "Who can tell whether the Alayam will be gracious to me, that the child may live?" 23. But now he's dead. Why should I fast? Can I bring him back again? I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me. Where will you go to him? In the grave? In the waiting place? Let me dispel a myth. No one is in the heavens. None of our family members have floated up into the heavens after they died. They're all in the grave awaiting judgment. The only ones who have floated into the heavens is YAHUSHA HaMashiach and 144,000. 24. And Daud comforted Shaba his wife. You know she was losing her mind. And he went in unto her. He said, I'll give you another son to replace the one that we lost from our transgression. And she bare a son, and he called his name Shalaman, and Yahuwah loved him. His mercy endures forever. Whom he loves, he chastises. And you see his chastisement will cause death. 25. And he sent by the hand of Nathan the prophet, and he called his name Yad, Yah, the hand of Yah, because of Yahuwah had sent him. 26. And Joab fought against Rabbah of the children of Ammon, and took the royal city. 27. And Joab sent messengers to Daud and said, I have fought against Rabbah, and have taken the city of waters. 28. Now therefore, gather the rest of the people together, and encamp against the city, and take it, lest I take the city, O great king, and it be called after my name. 29. And Daud gathered all the people together, and went to Rabbah, and fought against it, and took it. 30. And he took their king's crown from off his head. Note, Daud King Daud is a portrait, type, figure of what YAHUSHA HaMashiach would look like when he comes. He's going to take all of the crowns and scepters from all of these kings. He's going to be the king over all kings and the landlord. He will come to execute judgment, the weight whereof was a talent of gold with the precious stones. And it was set on Daud's head, and he brought forth the spoil of the city in great abundance. 31. And he brought forth the people that were therein, and put them under saws. He was sawing people in half while they were alive, and under harrows of iron, hammers, spikes, smashing weapons, crushing skulls, and under axes of iron, he was chopping off heads, and made them pass through the brick kiln, made them pass through the fire. And this he did unto all the cities of the children of Ammon. Mass slaughter. So Daud and all the people returned unto Jerusalem. Now do you see why he loved Daud so much? Now they try to get you to believe that YAHUSHA HaMashiach, it's all about love. It's not going to be any love. It's going to be death on a massive scale. This is why the Father chose Daud and his bloodline to rule on the throne forever, to be an extension of his arm, to stamp out wickedness. He does not choose wimpy men. All of the brothers that you see in this book that have been chosen for this cause, we're ready for the battle. I'm calling all of my brothers today. Join with me to fight against the wickedness that is happening in Yeshurun. They are leading our people to death, leading them to Baal, leading them to the lake of fire. We're now going on a campaign to stamp out this wickedness, to expose all of their behavior, because this day of judgment is coming soon. YAHUSHA HaMashiach will not be holding hands and singing Kumbaya. He's going to be executing the judgment of Yahuwah upon all of the rebels who have transgressed against him. Make sure you are on the right side. Shalom.